What if the myths we know are all not what is there to them?
What if we had a whole new point of view into these myths that flips the whole story?
I am Chloe.
And I'm Manasa. We are two final year performing arts students from the University of Nottingham, Malaysia.
And this podcast, A Thin Line, is our final year project.
In this podcast, Chloe and I will be sharing our own spin on myths that originate from the East and South of Asia. We will start each episode with our retelling and then go on to analyze the characters and the ideas embedded in these stories through a feminist lens.
A Thin Line will have 5 episodes, starting with this introduction. Following the introduction, each episode will feature a unique narration of a myth, followed by a deep dive analysis of the retelling and the original myth by the both of us.
So, why did we choose to retell and analyze South and East Asian myths? To be honest, there is no big background story to it. When the both of us were brainstorming ideas for our podcast, we started listing down our areas of interest.
And then Manasa remembered her long-lost love for myths.
Lol, I did. It's because since I was a child, I grew up reading books that were about Hindu myths and watched cartoons in Tamil and English that were also about different myths from all around the world.
My interest in myths actually came later in life. I didn't grow up listening or reading any myths. I only discovered them after I turned 15. That's when I realized just how many incredible myths exist within my own culture and others.
But you know what's crazy? I never questioned any of these myths and the behavior of the characters in them. The me at that time just thought each character was facing the consequences of their own actions. Sure, there were some characters who didn't fit into this concept, but I never thought too hard about them.
And now Manasa questions everything. You are one of those students who always has something to say in class, especially our class on gender, media and sexuality last semester.
Lol, I agree. There were multiple times when our professor had to ask me to stop yapping and give the others a chance to talk.
Yep, so we are taking a page from Manasa's student life at Nottingham, and we are going to question everything and anything we know about these myths by comparing and contrasting them with our retellings.
Which we thought would be interesting because a retelling itself topples the narrative that the original myth has established, and it forces us to look at the characters in a new light.
So, we chose 2 myths each that are from the south of Asia, where Manasa is from, and the east of Asia, where my ethnic roots are, and introduce them to people who might be less familiar with these myths.
If you're curious or have your own theories about these myths, we'd love to hear them. Feel free to share your thoughts with us in any way or format.
You can find our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And if you want to get updates and access to extra mythical content, find us on Instagram at athinline.official.
See you in the next episode!